I'm Chase. I buy storage units at auctions with my two companions, and I show you what reality TV doesn't. Welcome to Chase Thrifts. How's it going, YouTube? Today we're looking at a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 Sport. I have a guy that I know that said, hey, I'm selling a Dodge. It's been sitting here for 2 years. It might just need a battery, but $500 and it's yours. And I said, heck yeah, I'll be over there. And gave him the $500, brought a fresh battery, and we slapped it in this Dodge and rolled it out of its grave. So it's been sitting there for 2 years, and I can't believe it started up on the old gas, but it did. Getting it back to the warehouse, and we'll find out what we're going to do with this Dodge, but you can't pass up a $500 vehicle, especially one that runs. So that's what we're doing today. Yep. So here we are back in the warehouse of day 2 of this beautiful Dodge Ram truck that we pulled from the grave yesterday, and I can't believe we slapped a battery in her and she fired right up. So the story of this thing is that it's been sitting for 2 years in the exact same spot, and I had didn't really have much issues with it other than, you know, it needed a battery, which I put a fresh battery in, and had a few brake issues on the front, which I haven't really addressed yet. Okay, since this truck's been sitting for two plus years, there's a few things I want to do to it before I try to resell it back into the market. That's what we're going to be doing here. We bought it for $500, and we're going to be shooting for about $2 grand to sell the truck back into. It's a pretty reasonable number for this nice looking Dodge. Okay, so the first couple things I'm going to do to this truck almost instantly, we're going to pour down some of this Prestone power steering fluid. It had almost 0 power steering fluid in it yesterday. I also have some stop leak just in case it has a leak in that power steering. And since the gas has been sitting for, 2 years, even though it fires up in that gas, we get some gas treatment. And then in the back of my truck, I have a gas tank with some fresh gas we're gonna throw in there. And then I went and got some cheap motor oil and a oil filter, since that oil's been sitting there for also 2 years. So we're gonna put those few items in, and then there's something else I gotta address right off the bat, which is this back tire. We ate it up there yesterday, and overnight it went flat again. So I'm gonna air it up real quick, and we're gonna drive it out right there, and you guys can see the Dodge a little bit better, because in here is some terrible lighting. So let me do that. Let me air up this tire and pull it out there, and we can go over what this Dodge Ram has potential for. Okay, so we got it outside. We have Thien and Wanda out here helping me. Thien, good job, thank you. We also have Wanda out here with a stick. So today is super windy outside, so to avoid like all the wind and noise, I'm gonna record. I'm just gonna put some music over the front of it, and you guys can get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm gonna be putting some gas in here, and I'll give you the satisfaction of watching me wash these windows that haven't been washed for 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nasty. It'll be satisfying to watch. You guys don't like that little tiny seat, do you? No, they don't. I'm gonna take it for a quick test drive, just down the road and back. Not very far at all, because that tire and the fact that I have no idea what this is capable of what gears are in it, etc. So, and I have the girls with me. I don't want to go too far and I have to push this bastard back. So we're gonna test it out. That's all we're about to do. All right, we're just gonna head down to the right down here, come back. Yep, those brakes are real sticky. Those brakes are real sticky and shitty. So we'll have to take these brakes off, or, I mean, it's been sitting for 2 years too, so they're gonna be real rusted out and nasty. I just need broke in a little bit. Let's punch it. She's got a nasty wobble to her, my goodness. Wow, wow. Okay, so we're back from our test drive with the truck. It ran well other than that really nasty wobble I felt. Then again, we test drove it for 2 minutes. It could be like one of two things, which I'm really hoping on. One of the two things. Could be the tires. We all know that one tire is just flat back there, so I ate it up. It could be tires, or it could be the brakes. The brakes, you know, that have been used in a couple of years, so they're probably really janky. So I'll take them off and mess with those. Either way, I'll probably be putting some new tires on. I know a couple places that sell tires for like $20 to $25 a piece. Used tires. I mean, used tires are used tires. I don't like them, but I will use them to make money on the truck. So we bought the truck for $500. I'm really anticipating getting about $2,000 out of it. It's fairly rust-free. You can see where I cleaned it up with a rag and some Windex, because I didn't want to drive it to like a car wash quite yet, because I don't have it tagged or anything like that. But it really shined up with some Windex and a rag. It has, you know, it has a nasty film all over it from setting for so long. But this side cleaned up pretty well. I actually haven't done that side. So she's a pretty truck underneath all the dirt and grime. And honestly, the interior is really nice as well. There's a few different defects in the interior. There's a rip in the seat right here, but other than that, the interior is very, very clean for a Dodge of this age. You know, 20 years old, you know, can't ask for much. Okay, so it is a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 Sport. It has a 5.9 liter 360 in it, which actually makes it a little bit more desirable when selling the vehicle. That's why I could think I can get $2,000 out of the truck. I'm planning to invest about $200 into it. That's about it. And just a couple hours of my time. I mean, I've messed with this thing for 3 or 4 hours now, just getting it here and cleaning it and putting some fluids and stuff in there. And then the rest of the time would be getting some tires and messing with the brakes, and then just getting it ready to go to sell. In the meantime, we're gonna be putting it somewhere in the warehouse and storing it until probably tax time, when these things go really high, and just selling it then. He really wants to get back in the truck. Look at that. You want to get back up in there? You like the Dodge? Wanda, I'm talking to you. Get up in there. Get up in there. Huh, get up in there. So far, I think Thea and Wanda like the Dodge. Yeah, look at them. They're checking it out. What do you think of the Dodge? It's a no-go? Okay. It's a no-go. But we're going to be putting it to the side for now, because we have that giant auction on Wednesday coming up, and I'll buy, you know, 10 or 15 units. It is 79 units there, and they're only allowing 8 people in, which I'll be getting there super early on this Wednesday, which isn't, you know, today is Monday. So tomorrow I'll be sleeping during the day or something like that. I don't really know. We're going to be pretty busy doing all the auction stuff. We'll be buying so many units. Honestly, I'm still going through this Air Force unit, which you guys saw in the last video. There's so much stuff to go through still. I mean, I got rid of most of the books, but there's a lot of paperwork and stuff like that that I haven't got through, and there's a lot of historic value to a lot of these things. Do you want to stay in the Dodge, huh? Do you like the Dodge? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, And remember, fortune favors the bold. Get out there's a bold shit. I'll see you next time. Wish I could show you everything I have. There's just so much.